Back in 2011, things were so different. Not just with YouTube, but also with my personal life. I just signed my life to the US government for a few years. 1 year away from being a senior, stress, having a gaming drought. Still, I still remember when I found out about this game. It was in a gaming forum when this game released on PSP, and people were talking about it on that particular forum. The four of them. Two guys said the graphics were bad and the game is dated. Don't bother, they said. Another guy said he dropped it due to the heavy dialogue, and the last victim commented, "It's okay." Man, these people sure do encourage me to pick up this game on a damn console in the US. YouTube was dead with next to no videos or even a community. Even so, I pressed forward. I still have my blue PSP lying around. Couldn't hurt to try, right? You see, the Legend of Hero Shows in the Sky is indeed a very aged game with lots of dialogue. Those guys at the gaming forum back then did lie to me, but this is why this series is so good and hooked me. I was about to quit gaming back then. This game brought peace and love to gaming for me once again, believe it or not. Trust in the Sky, aka Tits, at its core is a very basic game, and Style and Joseph wants to become Bracers, an organization non-funded by the government that protects and helps people around their country with many basic jobs. That's it. That is the premise of the game. Estelle uses the bow staff as her fighting weapon of choice, while Joshua uses the dual winning swords as his, and that's the beginning of the story. Laverne is a country majorly run by Bracers. They are loved by the citizens, and they have a major influence on their country. Estelle and Joshua wants to follow their father's footsteps on being a Bracer and help better their country. As you begin to play in the world of Laverne, not only you get to learn of Laverne and its lore, you will see Estelle and Joseph's constant decision making they have to do. Estelle is pretty much an immature girl. She believes everything can be solved by her bow staff and she got an attitude to go along with it. She's very vocal and have an energy personality ready to throw down anything. Although deep down she's one of the most caring person in the whole game. Too kind, if I had to say so myself. Joshua is more of a laid-back guy. When it comes to problem solving, he always in a calm manner and seems to always be ahead of Estelle when it comes to problem solving. Overprotecting of Estelle has caused him a lot of problems throughout this game. Deep down, he knows Estelle is very weak and he tries to protect her in every way possible. The writing on this game is top tier. So good that I can recommend it to anyone, even to normies like my older brother. I'm pretty sure he have a blast playing this game. You know something? You can legit rip the script of this game's storyline. It will be a good book to read. This game ain't no Shakespeare, no doubt, but it's super engaging how this duo interact as they progress on their Bracer journey. It has a Bakemonogatari type of feels, man. Their back and forth conversation are without a doubt one of the best part of the entire game. Hey, I'ma put my foot in and say it's the best part of this game. This dude could be talking about the cat they just saved from a monster extermination mission they just completed, and I want to read it. Of course, as Stella and Joseph progress on their journey, so is every NPC around them. The mayor in town got locked up. Let's see what everyone has to say. The kid from Jesse was safe and found by Bracers. I wonder if the town know it was us. Rumors of a hidden treasure? Let's investigate. As much as I want to give credit to the story writing, the NPC conversation isn't exactly so far behind. The world itself feels so alive, having everyone progress together with their main characters. This game might be one of the first games ever to introduce this kind of feature and basically giving more life to the game. It's a slow burn, however. The beginning of the game is very cherry-picked. Everything feels safe and straightforward. The plot does not exactly pick up until the middle of the game, and that's when you start to realize now everything is black and white in this world. Ravish dog monsters tracking you and attacking you in the middle of the night. Houses get burnt down. Thoughts holding kids hostage while calling you bitches. It gets real. It gets very real. Did I mention Joshua was adopted? Yeah. The supporting characters all shot in their own right. It's very interesting to see how exactly they will interact with the main character of the story, since at this point you basically know them and how they work as a team. What kind of dynamic can they possibly bring to this duo? The game does a wonderful job on this. Let's take a step back a little bit and talk about Sherazar for a second. She is the teacher of Estelle and Joshua, the very first supporting character that enters the duo to help them in their journey of becoming a Bracer. She explains how the world works. Everyone uses a device called Ortman. This device can be used for literally anything. Heating, lights, creating weapons, or even allow the user to use magic. The battle system is straightforward, as you guys seen in the video. Turn-based, just like the old Final Fantasy games, but you can actually see when your turn is coming, and the enemies as well. You can attack, use arts, craft, S-craft, use consumable, etc. The biggest new feature on this Kiseki games compared to the other RPGs that in this game you have a superpower move that you can unleash at any time when your craft points are 100 or above. This is called an S-craft, which you are watching right now. Certain enemies require that you use your arts, aka magic attacks, in order for them to be destroyed, so keep that in mind. As you progress through the story, you can upgrade your weapon, gear, your ornament devices. The ornament system is one of the most fun features you can have in this game. Depending how your cores are set up on your ornament system, you will get different magic abilities. There is a book showing you how to reach and unlock each specific magic, so it's like you have to experiment to unlock a new magic attack. As you collect more cores in the journey, see if you can upgrade your art skill to the next level checking that book. It's actually one of the most fun part of this game. Moving along, Shirasawa is the one that tests us to see if we are fit to begin our journey as bracers. Before we begin our bracer test, she tells Estelle and Joshua how everything in this world isn't just God's power or the weapon you're holding. There's more to it than that in order to be a bracer. Oh, and she loves drinking a lot, so get ready to see lots of that. Agate, my favorite character of the whole series, has a giant sword as about the same height as him. He doesn't take shit from anyone. Being a senior, he always talking down on Estelle, criticize how she works, and you know she won't be taking that. One particular part of the game that I really love was when Joshua saw the shrug of his to say, hey, rules are the rules, we have to obey superiors. And Agatha just end the combo with a, we're finished here, adios, and he just leave, man. Priceless! Overall, all the supporting characters that do enjoy your party does bring something new to the table as you begin to know them. You also get to learn new information about Limburn, the lore, or countries that are outside of Limburn. Yes, there are other continents in this game, but you only get to explore Limburn on first chapter. And still, you should actually haven't never been outside of their hometown Roland, so you, the player, won't feel left out on knowing the new towns and location as you reach to them. Over the course of this game, first chapter is still slowly mature as you progress. She starts opening up as a character, admitting her faults, her doubts, seeing her transformation as a character growing stronger, and the only reason I don't call her my favorite character is because Agatha exists. I'm a sucker for dudes who wields a giant sword as their weapon of choice. He doesn't take shit for no one like I said before, but neither does Estelle. By the end of the game, her naive attitude starts to fade away. And Joshua? Yeah, we leave that for book 2, second chapter review.
Piece of cake!
What about the Villain 6C? Man, I haven't touched that one yet. You'd be surprised, a game that starts so lighthearted and happy, you won't think you haven't met them yet. The game doesn't point a finger to who are the villains. That's something you have to figure out as you continue the main character's journey. I love that the game isn't holding your hand and spoon-feeding you the answers. The fact of the matter is, they're right there. You have seen them, you have talked to them, and you have helped them in numbers of ways. Too straightforward? Nah, I don't think so. This game is very straightforward, papi. I'll just say this. Don't think that everyone is your friend as you're playing through this. It will bite you hard in the ass. The villains are also well executed on this game due to the fact that they've always been on screen. It's not some random joke that appears out of nowhere. Every time you meet someone new, you should always ask yourself, friend or foe, who is lying? What do you want? The soundtrack in this game are fantastic. A game that originally came out in 2004, they got a bunch of music on here that's just timeless. Silver Wheel is regarded as one of the top 3 Kiseki soundtracks of all time. When Agatha faces the Max Commander on chapter 2, as soon as I heard it, I was like, yeah, this is it, chief. I mean, listen to this. This is some shit you can pump in the gym or just when you want to feel like a total badass. There have been so many remixes of it because of how good this track is. Definitely worth a listen. This game likes to use lots of piano pieces as soundtracks. It made me really appreciate piano not only as a way to make music, but also to convey certain feelings. This is the game that made me appreciate piano more as an instrument. Whereabouts of the Star? One of the few tracks you only get to hear once in the entire game. The kind of track that tells you this is the end, but a new chapter will be open. Last but certainly not least, the fucking piano cuts of the track Confession. Pa, this is an instant classic for me. This track is legit just a piano piece. There is no bass, no applet, nada pa. It's just a piano piece. You're hearing it right now. This song is played only once as well, right in the ending when the biggest twist and revelation is revealed. Once you reach the ending, your strike is played and you get to witness one of the most powerful cliffhangers of all time in JRPGs. It will make you feel some shit. It will make you want to play the next game, second chapter ASAP. Fuck it, it might even make you cry some manly tears, dog, but that is fine, Poppy, believe me. This is just book 1 of an ongoing series at the moment. If you happen to stumble upon this video and this is the first video you have seen of me, go ahead and play this game first. In conclusion, first chapter is indeed a very slow starting game, but once you get past the imposition part of it, that's when it starts to get good. The main characters in this game are all very enjoyable to play. The supporting characters all have a purpose in being the party, just so you can see the duel and just so you can see the main characters in very different perspective. The villains all play their role to the fullest, and seeing their motivation do make you feel connected to them. Soundtracks are all fire, nearly those I haven't mentioned on this review. Don't let some fools tell you to start on book 6, Chorus of Cold Steel, because graphically it looks slightly better and it might appeal to the general market. No flash, everybody. Nobody plays this series for the graphics, pal. We all play this series for the rich storytelling, lore, and badass character development. Get with the program, man. The comics are fantastic. This is my review of book 1, Trolls in the Sky, first chapter. Gotcha.